you saying?
Okay, so I was saying that the part that I didn't agree with was even if I was the offender, you're required to come to me. You know, like you're required to come to me first. I don't understand that. I do understand like the guy part. Like if you're the one offending or whatever, you need to.
Whoever
you know what I'm
offended.
saying? But if I'm the one offending you or whatever, I offended you, I need to come to you. Now, just like she said, you know, with the man being the offender or whatever, you need to be receptive of what I'm saying.
Do you want to read that whole thing again? Or do you want to... Jesus. I know, it was a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. So, okay, it was a post and it was giving examples of like texts or things you can say to kind of reconcile or reconnect when you've had an argument with your significant other. Now, the person who made this post was talking to women specifically and what a woman should say to her partner, assuming he's a man. What? We're not talking about gay partners. I just like
too much information.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyways, is this right? It says what to
shots
text
for no reason. Shots for no reason.
Gay.
I didn't think you was talking about me.
I didn't think you was. What to text him after arguing? Okay, I didn't even read that part. It says arguing in a relationship isn't about winning. It's about understanding each other better. And that's what you were saying.
Yeah.
So anyway, so there's comments underneath it. And one of the people, ladies, commented and said that the examples that were given were masculine energy dressed up in a feminine energy costume. And see, okay, this is the part where I'm a little that I'm a little bit kind of like, you know,
I don't think it is.
I want some more,
because she's saying that because you can read all of it or whatever. See, what up, Julio? Pod.
No, you good?
Because her whole paradigm, she think women not supposed to come to the man at all.
Yeah.
So for her whole thing is you're not supposed to come and bring nothing up. He's supposed to come bring it up.
Yeah.
Because and she's looking at that as the most masculine thing to do.
Okay.
Which is like,
so with that being where she's coming from, I don't agree.
Yeah, if there is no way. There's no way. In what world is it ever the person's responsibility that was offended to come to the person that offended them?
Yeah.
In what reality is that even a thing?
Yeah,
that's not a thing.
That's really messed up.
And to think like. And to think that you're supposed to make that like a man's job, like to do that every time,
where does just your accountability come from?
Exactly, and it's so many things nowadays that's like accountability is like being taken away from women. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, don't get me wrong, I'm a guy who thinks like things will get way better if men start doing better. But at the same time, if trying to take away the accountability that a woman should have, just off of being a person, like when you really think about it, like the world, like biblically, the world didn't fall into sin until Adam ate the fruit. Yes, he was the leader. But think about it too. When he said, hey, it was Eve, God didn't say like, "Nah, I'm talking to you, Adam. It's all on you." He went in the Bible. It says that okay, he directed his attention to Eve. Like oh yeah, hey shorty, what's up? You know what I'm saying? They both had some type of accountability. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, like she was right. Yes, be the
kinda.
leader and all.
I don't know, kinda. Now I'm thinking about it because Buddy, he ain't take no accountability. He said, "This, it's the woman you gave me, sir."
Right. No, I'm saying, but I'm saying, right. He didn't take accountability. You're right. But I'm saying God, regardless of what he was on, God still was like,
He held them.
he held both of them. He held both of them accountable. Not that not that either one of them accepted not that either one of them took accountability, but God what am I trying to say? God gave them accountability. Is that the right word?
No.
I don't think that's not the right. But you
Held
know what I'm
them
saying? He held them accountable. Yeah, right. Yeah, held. Held up or held.
What do you give him? What do you give him?
Jesus. But it's like that's what I'm saying. And so this girl is saying basically she's saying that men's supposed to be way more emotionally stable when in life, like when it's time, that's of course you want that. Of course you want that.
But she also says because women will always show up more emotionally than men. So really, it's
That's the other thing. She wrong.
This is what
We
I'm saying.
just show
It's
different emotions.
It's so many like I agree with that, and then it's like, what are you saying? Like,
because then you gotta read it a couple times.
Like
she's just talking and ain't saying nothing. She just talking and ain't saying nothing. Because you read it the first time, I already know I disagree with most of that.
Well, but when I was reading it out loud, I thought maybe she's
read
a
it
believer.
Low key.
Maybe she's a believer
Man,
because she was talking about
you know how many
leading
things
and,
I'll watch and read just hoping like maybe they love Jesus.
Yeah.
Like hopefully. And then it just veer off to the left like, nigga, what? What did she just say?
I don't know what IMO means. The heck does IMO mean?
Iriana.
Iriana?
That's her name.
No, that's the person who made the post.
Oh.
Alyssa is the one who commented.
The intention behind this post is great, but IMO these questions. Jesus Christ, we're old.
Like so old, bro.
Because I don't even get the context.
ChatGPT. What does IMO mean? I don't want to read the whole thing.
Right.
I just want to talk about certain parts. Like,
okay, let's just talk about certain parts.
IMO, in my opinion. I feel so dumb.
Retarded.
Heck, you know. And if we ever see IMHO, in my humble opinion.
Oh, humble. I was gonna say honest opinion.
Oh.
But I don't know if that's. I don't think that's actually. I think humble is actually.
I mean, that's what ChatGPT said. Okay, so this is my thing, right? With the whole masculine energy, dressed up in feminine energy or whatever.
Now I understand. Because when you first read it, I was just like, what the heck is she
I get what
talking
she's
about?
saying now.
Right, now I get it because...
Apologizing from a woman is masculine energy. Like, that's something a woman shouldn't do. That's what she's saying.
Yeah, that's nasty word.
What I thought she was saying was...
the leader part, because that's what she went into. Like, the man is supposed to be the leader, and you want to allow him to lead, but it's like, those don't go together.
But what I thought she meant by that masculine, feminine energy or whatever, because what she says... Okay, look, I'm just going to read this part. These questions are still masculine energy dressed up in a feminine energy costume, and you will attract a feminine type man following this advice, which isn't bad in itself if that's something you're looking for.
What?
Then this is the perfect advice if that's the kind of energy you're looking for, right? But if you're trying to attract a masculine man,
too, right there.
but this is okay.
How do you get there?
Okay, that's why I want to stick right there because this is what I wanted to talk about. If you're trying to attract a masculine man, that will be the leader when it comes to emotionally charged conversations. You have to allow a man to go through trials and tribulations in your life. Okay.
In your life.
Capitalized your.
Who is your?
Your,
you?
as in you, the woman.
He gotta go through emotion. He gotta go through stuff with you.
It says, if you're trying to attract a masculine man, that will be the leader when it comes to emotionally charged conversations. You have to allow a man to go through trials and tribulations in your life.
Okay.
I'm done right there, because then she gets into well, actually no, he's coming into your world and living in it. How is he going to show up?
That's the
Men
other thing.
don't need.
We coming into each other's world, shorty. What are you talking about? I'm not just coming into your. You're not the star. I should treat you like that, but you should also treat me like that.
Okay, but listen, okay, because this is the
Nah,
part.
shorty wildin'. Alyssa,
Men
you suck.
don't. Men don't. And she ain't got no profile picture.
No
too.
profile.
She knows she sucks.
Oh, Alyssa
She
might
on
be a
all-
bot.
Hey, she on all the profiles just trolling.
Just trolling. She might be a bot. Alyssa might be a bot.
Okay,
She might not even be real. That's why it's
Listen.
retarded. She just put in buzzwords.
men don't need all of this reassurance. It's giving mother. He should be the one reconnecting with you after a fight. You should be open to him, of course, and receptive. This is where I'm at, okay? Because I've gotten advice. I've gotten advice from your mom
Uh-huh.
to, boost you up, boost your ego,
Yeah, you should.
hype you up, right? Like,
Yeah. And what? Not in a fight. I'm confused. Like, that's what I'm saying. I don't get that.
this is what I'm saying. Like, okay, I understand apologizing or whatever when you do something wrong, but, like, do I gotta, like, oh, baby, like,
Oh, baby, what? I don't get. I don't. see,
Okay,
I don't
okay,
get, I don't
okay,
get what
okay,
she's-
okay,
what
okay.
you're saying.
all right.
Oh, baby, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Like,
no,
saying sorry,
listen,
my
no,
nigga.
listen,
Like, what?
listen, no.
'Cause
Okay,
I don't want
I'm gonna
that
give,
either.
I'm gonna give
like,
some
don't
of
come
the-
too. Like, don't come apologize to me too sweet.
But that's what she's saying.
Nah, shorty,
That's
wildin'.
what she's saying. She's like, don't do that. He don't need that. He good. Like, you don't gotta be all delicate with his emotions.
No, that's retarded. Why you don't gotta be delicate with my emotions?
What babe? You just said don't come too sweet.
Don't come too sweet when you apologize and like
Why?
on some like I'm talking about overly. Like come in like with a soft tone, but don't come like
Why?
oh I'm so sorry because I'm gonna think you faking.
But you know that. But you
I'ma
know that
think
if
you're
I'm.
faking.
But you know that right now, okay, that if I come in a sweet, apologetic tone, not doing too much, but like whatever.
Yeah, like just a little bass out your voice.
Ain't that still me like faking it? Like I'm just trying to stroke your ego.
No,
I'm
what?
just trying to
I
like
don't-
make you
I
feel
really don't.
good.
Yeah, why don't you want to live?
I'm not saying that I don't want to. Okay, let me just give you one of these examples. Okay, not one of them. I'm gonna give y'all all the examples, and I'm gonna say which
Don't
ones I
talk to
think
them.
that
Talk
she's
to me.
coming from. No,
We're not talking to them for real. We are, but we not. We act like they not there. We talking to each other.
I don't like doing that.
Well, you got to do
There are
that.
people watching.
Yeah, it's weird.
I care about their feelings.
They know you care, but we ain't gotta do that. You don't. You just me and you just have a real conversation. They'll like it.
Okay, I'm gonna read these to you, and I'm gonna say which ones I think that I would be
If
like.
we were streaming, that would make sense. But that's wild, weird. Like we recording
No,
this.
it's not. You know what it
We
is?
record
It's like
this.
it's giving like influencer. That's what you know. What I'm saying.
That's a nasty. That's a nasty.
That's a nasty.
That's a nasty.
That's a nasty.
Just if when we streaming, when we get, I think we need 50. We need 50
50
subscribers. We need 50 subscribers to be able to stream. Then we can just stream it. Until then,
Well, when I make content for myself, I'm gonna be talking to people on the videos.
yeah, but that's what you got. That's when you streaming, or if you giving like instruction. You're not giving instruction.
Okay,
Me and you are
Ja,
having a
Ja.
conversation.
Okay, Ja.
Come on now.
I hate that. Okay, I'm gonna say it to you like I would. You're the one that you got into a fight, so I'm coming to you. I'm following her advice.
Okay. See, you put this on something. No.
I didn't do that.
Okay, come on.
I that we.
No, yeah. See, super gay. That's super gay. Don't talk to me like that. I hate what they were saying. Is like it's not, you don't have to say these words, and it said text.
It's quote.
But it said it also said text message. Okay. So if you text
But I'm not doing that. We're married. Like I'm not gonna be texting you.
Okay, if you talking to me,
and our audience is going to people who are trying to be married.
But if you just talk, what's up, Mama?
Can I change my pants?
What's wrong with your pants? Wait.
Come tell me in my ear. Oh, that's your fault. I told you not to wear them jeans. She hot. She said she's sweating in places she don't never sweat.
I thought she was finna say something wild.
Yeah, no.
Come on. Oh, no.
What's wrong? You bugging. Ask grandmommy if she got something for you to change out of.
She does.
Okay, well then ask her for it.
Come on in for it then, gang.
Yes.
Is somebody outside? Is TT outside with y'all?
Who's outside with y'all?
Mommy and Papa.
Oh. Why she didn't do that the first time?
What you whining for?
I heard that we hurt each other. I hate that we hurt each other.
Yeah, some of those things, like
I want to understand you better.
No, see, that's no.
Okay, exactly.
But
I have a problem with that.
Yeah. So, no, you have a problem with what? Me not liking those?
Shush, no. Let me finish. Your feelings matter to me. No. Let's work this out.
I'm very gay. Super homosexual.
I've had time to think. I see how I contributed.
That's cool.
That's cool. That's taking ownership, right?
Yeah.
Let's take a walk and talk. No distractions. Just you and me.
That's too much. That's too much. Just like, hey, can we talk? like that's okay.
Stop, cause you're making my point. You're making Alyssa's point.
No, I'm not.
Can I tell you what I was really feeling
okay, now I
underneath
get
the anger?
But why is that? But this isn't masculine, and feminine though. This is all those questions are like feminine.
No, because if you said that to me,
said what?
It would feel really good.
What?
If you said these to me, if you said that you hate that we hurt each other and you want to understand me better, oh, that's gonna feel good.
Right. That it to me is feminine, super feminine. That's not. She said that this stuff is masculine.
Not using it right. I don't think she's using it right. I think when she means masculine energy, she means that these are better coming from a man, not for a woman to say to a man.
Okay, yeah,
because it's gonna make him feel feminine,
and that's why she said. What she said,
but that's why she said, if you're
Alyssa
going,
might be a bi. We talking about she.
That's why she said you're gonna attract a feminine type man if you use this advice.
I don't think so.
You're proving my point. You're saying you
so.
Don't like how this making you feel. You said it's mad gay for me to talk to you like that.
It is, but I'm saying that. But what I'm saying is,
how can I love you better right now?
Yeah, it's doing too much.
Okay, exactly. But if you did that to me,
yeah,
I would be like,
nothing. You're fine the way you are. Just saying that.
No, I come up with a list.
That's crazy. I won't say nothing.
Do you get what I'm saying though? I understand where Alyssa's coming from. She's not using the right words, or maybe she is. But what I understand is I wouldn't want to say these things to you because I feel like I'm treating you like a little girl. You know what I'm saying?
But when she said that at the end, but when she said the part of you are not the attractive feminine dude, but the what she said at the end.
You're gonna go from one jeans to another. See if there's some shorts in there.
But what did she say? She said something about. Yeah, you don't have this giving mother or whatever.
Yes.
That's not giving. I get what she's saying. It's just
it
a little
giving mother because I would
guess,
say
but not really.
BJ.
Okay, well, but it's just a little too soft.
It's too Yes. And that's how a mother would talk to her child.
Okay, but
You know what I mean? Like
Sure.
that's not how
Go
you
over there.
want your wife to talk to you. You don't want your wife to talk to you like you.
yeah, okay.
You
So
know what I'm
okay,
saying?
so she got a little bit right, but for the most part, she's wrong.
Right. That's
Most of
what
what
I'm saying.
she's saying
This
is
whole
wrong.
entire post, the whole comment she's saying is very confusing
Excuse
because
me.
there's some things that I agree with and some things that are totally off base. Like I totally agree that the man should leave. Does that mean that means that a woman shouldn't take ownership of what she did wrong? No. But
Right.
that's kind of what she's saying.
Right.
So, I don't know.
I don't know. This is slow.
What's wrong with your kids, bro?
What?
Why they don't never use? You don't hear her making sound effects? Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, her boyfriend kind of gay.
Who?
He got a flower in his ear.
Who? Alyssa's boyfriend?
No, the one who made this post. So maybe she is. Maybe she
I
is
don't
talking
think
to
so.
a feminine.
I don't think Ariana is real.
Ariana, let's make your own. Yeah, but what else?
I was listening to a pod and it was talking about how women are more susceptible to social contagions. But when I thought about it, but when I heard it, social contagions, it's like it's like trends basically.
Everybody's
Social
what?
trends. Everybody's doing it. I'm gonna do it.
Trends. I thought you said trans. I'm like,
No. Everybody is doing it, so I'm gonna do it. Like because women are temporarily more agreeable. On it's a spectrum. But
I don't think that's wrong.
yeah, no, it's definitely right. But what made me think of it was like I remember like a few years ago. I don't know if it was a few or a couple. I don't know. Some time ago, when you were basically making the argument that it was okay to be depressed as a mother, and it was because you read something on Facebook. Elena, get your pants out of there.
And put those pants on right.
Right, pull those off your feet. Pull them all the way up. But basically, and this was I don't know if you I don't know what it's time, but you were basically making the argument that it was okay for you to be depressed. Not that you were. It wasn't that you were. It wasn't that. What am I trying to say? I wasn't making a point. Also, because it was two posts. It was two different posts. I don't know if you said if it was in a Facebook group with moms or what, or if it was just a page that moms go to or whatever. But one lady was like, "I'm depressed and it's okay," and the other lady was like, "We need to be resilient as mothers." Basically, not saying that you won't be sometimes upset at being a mother, at situations about motherhood, whatever, but the resilient lady was just like, your feelings matter, but you don't have to live there. But the other lady was like, nah, it's cool to be depressed, and you were with that one. And even at the time, I was just, and I'm remembering we were in the car and it was dark. It was nighttime or whatever. So I'm just like, was
right?
it Valentine's?
When we went to the restaurant, we were talking about in the car. I think that's when it was. It doesn't matter.
I can't remember when it was
Yeah.
exactly, but I know that we were having this conversation, and it was almost like like it was almost a bit like hard for me to grasp what how anybody could be making that argument. It was hard for me to even understand it coming from you. I know you know sometimes struggle with depression or whatever but
I think around that time though I was in a depressive state.
yeah.
And I just felt like somebody saw me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, whatever she was saying, I don't remember it specifically.
Yeah, I don't remember it specifically.
But I just feel like what makes sense right now, thinking about it hindsight, is that I felt seen, I felt validated, I felt like, oh man, somebody's going through what I'm going through, whatever. And it was like, I'm not alone. She's not demonizing me or whatever. Like, it's okay that I'm here.
What you think about like even using the word demonizing? Why is it that any like, because I think like nowadays like we just so over therapized, and it's like I don't even know if that's a word, but I'm going with it. I'm not even gonna change it. Not gonna look it up. Over therapized to the point where we're saying that these things are okay. Like it's okay to be depressed. It's like it's one thing to recognize that you have the ability to be depressed, and it's not a spirit. You know what I'm saying? Grew up Koji, that's a spirit, that's the devil. Right. You ain't depressed, you got a spirit. It's like, relax. Depression is a thing. Relax. So it's one thing to acknowledge like, okay, this is something that I have to deal with, that I need to go do and be resilient about it.
That's a good picture.
Yeah, that's a nice picture. And be resilient about it, and be or just being like, I'm this way and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Leave me alone type stuff. It's like, well, it's not okay.
It's so weird, bruh. I don't know. Because I don't feel that way. If I did feel that way, I don't feel that way anymore. Like, I don't feel like it's okay to be depressed. I feel like...
Because of your boy. Come on now.
Shut your mouth. No, it's from the Lord.
Yes.
I feel like...
I am a vessel.
What I'm saying is, the only time I would be like...
What? The Lord used me. Come on now. You can be a hater all you want. I know what he did. Okay.
I just lost my train of thought. You can't do that.
I ain't even saying nothing.
I feel like the only time I will use that in like some type of context or whatever is like.
I like how we don't know if we're using words.
I know. We're
like,
just going with it. Like, let's whatever. You know what I'm saying?
We only
got like 5 hours.
Just use context clues. Y'all got it. You got it. You know what I was trying to say.
Listen.
Put it in the comments if you don't. If you got the word we was looking for.
Oh yeah, comment it up. Tell me I'm retarded.
Yeah, freaking idiots, freaking dummies. You guys are stupid.
I like watching them because I feel smarter.
I feel smart. These guys are idiots. Jesus Christ.
Oh, I have a really bad cramp on my side that hasn't gone away.
You need to drink some water.
Probably. If a person is battling with that, like, okay, I'm battling with depression, and this means that I'm not saved. This means that I'm not this or whatever, and it's like, no, like you're okay. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be the only time I'm like, okay, like I guess like I would say something along that lines, like it's okay to be depressed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
it's not that you would be it's okay. You would tell them that you don't have to live in shame and condemnation.
Right.
Like the Lord is with you. You don't and He's with you even in your depression. That doesn't, you being depressed doesn't mean you have a spirit. And that's just for like somebody who grew up in a certain because it's some that they ain't grow up in a shame condemnation type of background. So they're good. So they probably going to see the therapist or whatever.
This is the thing where I don't want to be insensitive, and where this conversation is kind of like we've kind of butt heads about it is that I think that there are people who don't want to be depressed.
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody there. Maybe there are. Maybe there 100% are people out there who like I just want to live in this and like woe is me
I
or
don't
whatever.
think that. I don't
I'm just saying I don't know because I don't know everybody. Maybe there is, but I think for the most part, people don't want to feel like
Yeah,
this.
let's talk about the most part.
Okay.
It's like 99%. We
Okay.
ain't even got to talk about
So
retards.
So I get kind of weary about saying things like it's not okay for you to be depressed. You know what I'm saying? Like this is something that you shouldn't be okay living in, and a lot of people
Yeah,
just
you
like
wouldn't
I
say
don't
that.
know. They don't know how to get out of it, or they want to get out of it so bad, but it's like nothing I do helps me or whatever, and I can't just say, well, it's the Lord not in your life because I have the Lord in my life, and yeah, I've had moments where needing to be on medication to get me through a time. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's situation is different. You know what I'm saying?
Tell us something. Not that you need the Lord, but because yes, you're right, and you need to know the Lord first of all. That's one. Are you okay?
No, it hurts really bad.
You need some here. You got water over there too. But telling somebody, well, it might make them upset too. But like, just you need to go work out. Like
But
that.
there's somebody who does do that, and they still like. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but that's the thing. You have to. But this is the thing. We love to just keep going on. Well, what about this and what about that? And
No,
what about
you know what I think the problem
and it's like,
is?
no, try. There's steps.
No,
try this.
I think
Now try this. Now try this. And there's nothing wrong with me saying to go try this.
right.
There's nothing wrong for me to go say now go do this and go do this. But it's like you demonize this part over here, and people think that I'm gonna just hop right over here to the drugs, and it's like literally this thing over here is proven to work way better than this thing over here, and this thing over here might make you go even crazier.
Yeah.
That's the side effects.
Right.
Like they tell you.
My kidney. But listen.
The nail is gone.
Shh.
Not bad, man. Don't even worry about it.
Anyways, this is my thing, right? Is that I think that we have a problem with just like romanticizing
Having problems. 100%.
When really, instead of getting on social media and talking about, oh, I'm going through this, but it's okay, you know, whatever, blah, 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 whatever you people do on social media, sit with yourself and figure out what's going on.
It's not even.
What's going to help you figure it out? Like,
but you ain't got it. But you don't have to sit with yourself.
What I don't mean
because
by
I think
sit with yourself by like just sitting
and go figure it out. No, go talk to somebody.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I agree with
and then, but then listen to that.
Are we talking about just talk therapy, or are we talking about
any type of therapy? I'm talking about it's nothing wrong. I'm not saying
my
that we're
thing.
when I say over therapized, it's not the right term.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean by over therapized. Well, actually, it is the right term right now, only because, and I ain't do the research, but I have heard that like now, therapists are not doing what they are supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of therapists are now saying like, somebody comes in, I'm depressed. Oh, you are? Yeah, you are depressed. You know what I'm saying? And like not saying like, oh, not asking questions. Somebody comes in and says, I'm trans. Oh, you are? Yeah, you are. We need to do this, this, and this so that you can feel better in your body. You know what I'm saying? So what therapists are supposed to do, client comes in, client says, I'm feeling da-da-da-da-da. Therapist asks great questions to diagnose why this stuff. Like somebody come in, I'm depressed. Oh yeah, well, how many friends do you have? Well, I got this person, this person, this person. Oh yeah, how often do you see them? Well, I don't. I play video games with them. I've never seen them a day in my life. Well, buddy, I think you need to get you some. I need you to get some homies that you actually see, my dude.
Well, buddy.
Well, buddy, get some homies, my dude. Like, what are you doing? Or they come in, I'm depressed. What'd you eat for breakfast? Oh, I had a honey bun and blah, 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 blah. Well, big dog, you need to stop eating honey buns for breakfast, dude. It's literally depressing your brain. Like, you got a honey bun stuck on your head or something.
Stop watching porn.
Stop watching porn. Like, all types of different things like that they're supposed to help you come to the conclusion of why you're feeling a certain way. But nowadays, they're just like, oh yeah, just validating people's feelings and giving them like drugs and saying like, oh, isolating them. You know what I'm saying?
But is it wrong to validate somebody's feelings? Because like,
yes, if it's
mean?
wrong,
but like,
if it's
you're
wrong,
making me feel
yeah.
some type of way in our relationship, like, why you can't validate that I feel some type of way?
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about
I'm talking about validating feelings.
No, but that's not the job of the therapist. That's what I'm talking about. It's not the job of the therapist. And it's not that you can't validate somebody's feelings and be like, oh, okay, yeah, I can see how you could blah, blah, blah. It's not that. It is the fact that somebody comes in there and the kids come in there like, I feel like a girl or I feel like a boy, and they're not. And then they tell them, okay, yeah, you're right. Now let's do this. It's affirming, it's affirming care. That's what affirming care is an oxymoron. Like, you can't be affirming and care for somebody. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I'm talking about in this context.
Well, it makes sense because if you use it in the context of a doctor, you go to a doctor and you say, I have kidney cancer. And they're like, okay. And then they start treating you for kidney cancer, but never
really go in there and try to see if you actually have kidney cancer.
That's a terrible doctor.
Horrible.
Yeah.
So and that's what therapists have been doing. They've been taught to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my point of being over therapized in the sense of you saying you feel a certain way. And now everybody is supposed to just accept it, and you're supposed to accept it and be like, "This is just how it is."
It's the victim mentality too.
Yeah, that.
Like, just and that's the thing. That's the problem that I have, right? So things that have happened in our life,
mm-hmm.
some of those things were really tough, mm-hmm. right? And they really sucked, and they shouldn't have happened,
mm-hmm.
but they did.
Yeah.
And we figured out how to push through, work through it, not push it under the rug or not live up under it. And this is now my identity.
Right.
But we've learned how to be better from it.
Yeah.
I don't want to give too much detail, but that's my whole problem with a lot of stuff. It's like victim mentality, woe is me, and
right. That's that victim mentality is actually what I'm talking about. Not over therapized is just
a made up word that you just said.
I just made that up.
Yeah.
But when I say that, you know what I'm talking about.
Now we do.
You've been knew what I'm talking about. I had the context clues down pat.
Just took me a minute to get there.
Yeah.
I think I'm having kidney failure.
Alright, well, we can turn this off.
No, I'm gonna push through.
No, you don't need to be resilient. That's crazy.
What are you doing?
Turn it off.
It'd be dang, what's it called? Clickbait.
Well, we're not doing clickbait.
Do you know what would be good?
What?
It's not. Clickbait ain't what I'm talking about.
Thumbnail?
But like, you know, we get
Title.
people like wanting to watch it, like
Yeah.
a short or something like that.
Yeah.
Is if we was doing a podcast and we was having a conversation about something, and then it turned into an argument. Now we really like, oh,
Yeah, that's
and we
definitely
put in the.
clickbait. That's definitely.
I mean, but it's real. But the part that I'm gonna post so you can click on it is the part where we
Right, fake. Nigga. It's not real. Bye.